I just met with Luis, landscape contractor, and went over some stuff, mainly cleanup. We're going to do a major cleanup up here at the house, well, the whole project, and just all this stuff we're going to clean up, get it out of here, because we're pretty much done with it all. And I'm just going to have to go through this and decide what we're going to get rid of and what we're going to save. Hate to throw away good big redwood beams like this, but anyway, I'll figure that out. But anyway, yeah, so his guys and we'll use my dump truck and just start hauling this stuff down to the dumpster or wherever it needs to go. And then they're going to start bringing, I guess some plants are going to start coming up. And they're going to start hauling some dirt up, some mulch and stuff for the planting. So anyway, he wanted to get this all cleaned up. And there's a bunch of stuff spilling over the sides and everything else. So get those temporary walls, erosion walls down. So anyway, we're going to work on that next week. These guys are just doing some odds and ends today. Yeah, so we went over all this stuff up here. One thing I'm concerned about is I was looking in here, and these are the outlets here. If you look at them, you can pull this up. Wait a second. And it's full of water. I mean, just full of water. And it can't be like that. I mean, the plug is submerged, and it just can't be like that. So I don't know what's going on. There's a rubber seal here. I don't know if it's going in the side. I don't know what's going on, but anyway, I guess electrician, I don't know. But whatever's going on there, we're gonna have to fix that. So this one, same thing, full of water. So anyway, and then the barbecue cover is still not here. I'll check on it on Monday, but I can't believe why it's taken so long. But this thing is full of water. Yeah, that's all full of water. I'm hoping the cover takes care of that. Otherwise, I don't know what. Assuming it's dry in there. A little bit of moisture in there. Anyway, so, and then I talked to them about the steps, and they want to get going on this pathway. So hopefully a decision has been made. And Matt, I told him what you and I talked about putting the steps in over by the water tank, from the parking lot to the water tank, but he still needs some more direction on that. Anyway, and then Pete, I think I told you Pete Pete came, he delivered the rock. We brought it up and helped them get it installed, the rocks for the trough over here. I wanted to show you that. We got another inch of rain last night. I guess it was actually over the course of a day and a half. Anyway, we got these rocks in. I think they look good. My only concern with these rocks is they're half wet, as you can see. This side's wet, this side's dry. And apparently they're always going to look like that. Unless it's raining. When it's raining, they look great. They're all wet. But, and I talked to Pete, and he said that's just how it's going to look. So whatever splashes down gets this side wet, and the rest stays dry. I don't know. Maybe you don't even care about that. And if so, then that's great. But this vanishing edge, the infinity edge there, needs to stay wet. The water has to be pumped over, because if you turn it off, the tiles dry out, they get hot, and then you put some cold water and they crack. And Pete said he had talked to you about that during the day that pretty much needs to be running like it is. So anyway, I just want to make you aware of that. There are some solutions that you could do, like spraying these with like a some kind of sealer, like a wet look. Spray them, let them dry, and then they just always look shiny, so they'd all match. Anyway, I just wanted to show that to you. That was one of the things I wanted to ask you about that I kind of needed to show you. And then we're going to clean all this up, just get all this stuff out. A lot more there than it looks like, but just all the junk and the different piles of debris. And anyway, just get it all cleaned up so we can get going on this. Now I met with Frank, the concrete contractor. Frank Coleman. He came up because he said he wanted to take a look at this refrigerator, and I told him about it. And on the phone he said, well, we'll just do what needs to be done. If I needed to buy a new one, I will, whatever. And so he came up to look at it, I thought, and he brought his guy up, and basically they came up and argued the fact of how it got done. And you know, understandable. They wanted to look at it, but I started getting kind of irritated because I told them, I don't know how many times, that I was here when it happened. I saw that it got splashed, and that's how it got done. And his guy's saying, well, I don't think the acid wash would do that. I don't think we got any on there. And he thinks that the moisture got on this thing and it dripped down. And what else? Oh, he thought we acid washed these walls. And I said, no, if anybody was going to acid wash those concrete walls, it would have been you guys, and it didn't get done. And these walls didn't get acid washed because they don't need to be acid washed. So I was just like, I told him, whatever, Frank. I said, I was here, I saw what happened, I mentioned it, and I know how it got done. And nothing dripped. That's splatter. And I'm not going to argue with you. Just do whatever you're going to do. So I just want to let you know that. I don't know if you got any leverage on him, but I'm not going to argue with him anymore. I know how it happened. I saw it happen. So I can't believe he was up here debating it with me. I thought he just wanted to look at it and get some model numbers. So anyway, I'm sure you're going to hear more about that. And my advice is, they did it, and they need to take care of it. Okay, so hopefully they're going to get the word on these paths. They want to do the upper path first. And I told them, Matt, that you said that we go ahead and put the steps, whatever steps we need to get up to the water tank, and then hopefully they can get the okay on the rest of it on what they're going to do. Get that done, and then they can come down here and get this lower one done, and then they can start hauling in soil and plants and get all that done. The other thing I met with Frank and Pete about was the pool cover. These concrete slabs, they poured them. You can see them right over there. That's how they poured them. They just formed them up and poured them a long time ago. And they're supposed to sit on top of these brackets. And the problem is, like, this one doesn't fit right. And I don't know what happened here, but this one's short. It's supposed to come all the way out to the edge, but and you can see how they wiggle. I mean, really wiggle. And every other one has movement. And they wiggle back and forth. And they're going to break, or somebody's going to fall because they're going to, you know, you can see how they... So anyway, I talked to Frank and he said, no, that's, you know, that's, we don't do that. We poured them to the dimensions you said. And they said we don't adjust them because they need to be ground or shimmed or something. And Pete said that, you know, that's not his responsibility to fix them. So if it's not the pool guy and it's not the concrete guy, I don't know who it would be. And Pete said that he's got a guy, the guy that did the tile, Johnny, could fix them to make them all fit in there right. Oh, by the way, the guy that does the pool cover, they don't do it either. They put the brackets in, but so nobody's taking responsibility for them. So I don't know. So anyway, I talked to Luis. He said his guys could fix them with epoxy. You get in there, you put some on, you put some tape, and you just, it's time consuming, but I really think it needs to be done. And because you can't have them wobbling. They're going to break, or somebody's going to step on the edge and it's going to move, and they're going to panic and fall in and hurt themselves. So, and like I say, this end one over here doesn't even fit right. It doesn't even fit in there. So, and the concrete guys did grind off one side there, as you can see, but it still doesn't fit right. So anyway, that's the other thing. So, but I mean, all stuff that can be dealt with, but just wanted to show you that stuff. So anyway, Saturday, it looks like a nice day. The rain seems to be gone for a few days, a couple days anyway. Vineyard looks great. Pond looks great, nice and full. Jimmy took a week off, going up to Yosemite to his aunt's house, so he'll be gone next week. And I'm going to work with the landscapers and get all this cleaned up. I'm going to use my dump truck, and they're going to load it, and we're going to take everything down to the dumpster and clean it up and get it all spiffed up and start hauling in some dirt, some topsoil for this area, well, all these areas. So anyway, just wanted to show you that, keep you updated. I haven't given you a video in a while. My phone's just, I took it in and, well, you don't want to hear about that, but it's just a piece of junk. And I refuse to buy another $600 phone. Anyway, that's it. Have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you soon.